Good morning. This is your media report for Monday, September 25th, 2016. I'm Sergeant Chuck Breen, Media Relations Officer for the St. John Police Force. Since Friday morning, September 23rd until today's date, police have responded to 348 calls for service. The St. John Police Force would like to hear from anyone that has any information concerning any of our calls or investigations. We can be reached at 506-648-3333 or at our email police@stjohn.ca. Or you can do it anonymously through the Provincial Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477 or on their website at crimenb.ca. On Friday morning, between the hours of 7:15 and 9:45 a.m., St. John Police responded to 4 calls of thefts from vehicles. All 4 vehicles had a window smashed out and a number of articles were stolen. These matters are currently under investigation by the St. John Police Force. At 7:02 a.m., St. John Police responded to a call of threats on Argyle Street. Officers learned from the victim that during an argument with a male who lives in the same residence, the male made threats to harm him. As a result, police arrested a 32-year-old male and charged him with uttering threats. He was released to appear in court on a later date. At 1:14 p.m., St. John Police responded to a call of a break-and-enter to a residence on Duke Street South. Officers were advised that the owner of the residence had been out for the morning, and when they returned, found that a door had been forced open and a number of articles missing. This matter is currently being investigated by the St. John Police Major Crime Unit. At 3:14 p.m., St. John Police responded to a call at Partown Centre on Carlton Street. Police learned from staff that a male resident had violated his parole. As a result, police arrested a 36-year-old male and transported him to the St. John Regional Correctional Centre. At 5:51 p.m., St. John Police responded to a call of theft from Giant Tiger store on Prince Edward Street. Staff advised that a male had entered the store, placed a number of articles into a stroller that he came into the store with, and then left the store without paying for the articles. Police later arrested a 27-year-old male who matched the description given by staff. He was charged with theft and then released to appear in court on a later date. On Friday evening at 9:42 p.m., St. John Police received a call of a break-and-enter that had occurred at a residence on Duke Street South. The owner of the residence stated that they had been out for the day, and when they returned, found that the door had been forced open and a number of articles had been stolen from the apartment. This matter is currently being investigated by the St. John Police Force Major Crime Unit. At 12:43 a.m., St. John Police were called to an apartment building on Douglas Avenue for a report of threats. Once there, officers learned that a 56-year-old female had entered an apartment in the building uninvited. When asked to leave by the residents, she began to make threats and then left. Police arrested the female, who was a resident in the same building. She was charged with uttering threats and was released to appear in court on a later date. On Saturday afternoon at 12:05 p.m., St. John Police responded to a call of a male who was threatening to jump off the viaduct located on Main Street. Responding officers noted the male standing on the outside of the safety guardrail. The male was preparing to jump onto the roadway below. Officers were able to grab the male before he jumped and pulled him back to safety. The male was then transported to the St. John Regional Hospital. No injuries were incurred by the male or the police officers during this. At 2:54 p.m., St. John Police responded to a call of theft from the Superstore on Rossay Avenue. Staff advised that a male and a female had been in the store and filled some bags that they were carrying with a number of articles from the store. They then left the store with the articles without paying for them. Responding officers located the male and the female, who were being followed by store security. Police arrested a 39-year-old male and a 24-year-old female for theft. The male was held to appear in court, and the female was released to appear in court on a later date. On Saturday evening at 9:14 p.m., St. John Police responded to a call of a break-and-enter at a residence in Delhi Street. Officers were advised by the caller that they had been out for the day, and when they returned, found that a door of the residence had been forced open. A small safe with a quantity of cash had been stolen. This matter is currently under investigation by the St. John Police Major Crime Unit. At 11:38 p.m., St. John Police responded to a call of an assault on Britton Street. Police learned from the victim, a 31-year-old female, that she had been out for the evening, and when she returned home she was met by her ex-boyfriend. They began to argue, and he then punched and kicked her a number of times. She received numerous bruises and a bloody nose from the assault. As a result of this information, police later arrested a 32-year-old male and charged him with assault. He was held to appear in court. At 2:45 a.m., St. John Police stopped a motor vehicle being operated on Prince William Street. Officers gave the male operator a roadside screening test, and as a result of this, transported the male to the St. John Police Station where a breathalyzer test was administered. Once the tests were concluded, police charged the 24-year-old male with impaired driving. He was released to appear in court on a later date. On Sunday morning at 11 a.m., St. John Police responded to a call of theft on Somerset Street. The caller advised police that sometime overnight someone had broken into a utility trailer owned by the caller. A number of tools that had been stored in the trailer were taken. This matter is currently under investigation by the St. John Police Force. At 4:37 p.m., while on patrol on Wentworth Street, St. John Police checked two males who were seated in a vehicle parked in a parking lot. When speaking with the males, the alert officer detected a strong smell of marijuana coming from the vehicle and also noted what appeared to be loose pieces of marijuana in the vehicle. Further investigation revealed a large amount of illicit drugs in the vehicle. Police seized approximately $18,000 worth of drugs as well as a substantial amount of cash. As a result, police arrested the occupants of the vehicle, a 31-year-old male and a 27-year-old male. They were charged for possession of drugs for the purpose of trafficking and are currently being held for court. On Sunday evening at 6:04 p.m., St. John Police responded to Mountain Road for a call of a male who was breaching a court order. Police learned from the caller that a 26-year-old male had recently been placed on house arrest by the courts to live at a residence at Mountain Road. The male was also to abstain from the consumption of alcohol and drugs. The male had left the residence prior to police arrival. Police checked the area and located the suspect. He was placed under arrest for violating his court order. He is to be held in court in order to appear this morning. At 6:27 p.m., St. John Police responded to a call of theft at St. Joseph's Hospital on Bayard Drive. Officers learned from security that a male had been noted removing an article from the hospital. When hospital security tried to detain the male until police arrived, the male took off running. Responding officers located a 34-year-old male who matched the description given by security. The male was arrested for theft and was released to appear in court on a later date. At 9:03 p.m., St. John Police responded to a call of an assault at a residence in King Street East. The victim of the assault, a 21-year-old female, advised officers that she had been married to the suspect, however, had been separated from her husband since July of this year. The estranged husband attended her residence this date to visit the children. While he was there, he got into an argument with the victim. The male then assaulted the victim, and when leaving the residence, damaged the door. Police later arrested the suspect, a 23-year-old male, for assault and mischief to property. He is being held for court. This concludes the media report for Monday, September the 25th. Have a good day and be safe.